We're analyzing a disturbing dashcam footage of a highway robbery where a motorist was ambushed and robbed at gunpoint. Initially, the scene appears normal, with the driver seemingly unaware of the danger lurking nearby. The driver is even listening to the radio or engaged in conversation, oblivious to the impending threat. However, the situation takes a drastic turn. We hear the unmistakable sound of gunfire and the shattering of glass, followed by the terrified cries of the driver and occupants. The situation takes a drastic turn as other cars in the vicinity suddenly speed up, suggesting that they may be fleeing from something. The car comes to an abrupt stop, and a white vehicle pulls up in front of it, blocking its path. This is a classic tactic used by highway robbers to immobilize their target and prevent escape. The assailants, armed and masked, quickly surround the vehicle, using their weapons to intimidate and subdue the occupants. They forcibly open the doors and begin to search the car, looking for valuables to steal. Notice the robber standing in front of the car, serving as a lookout for the gang. This individual is likely tasked with monitoring the surroundings, watching for potential witnesses or law enforcement, and providing an early warning system for the rest of the group. Meanwhile, the other robbers are focused on looting the car, transferring stolen goods to their own vehicle. The fact that the robbers took the time to reverse their car and align it with the victim's vehicle suggests that they were attempting to expedite the transfer of stolen goods, likely to minimize their exposure time and reduce the risk of being caught. Once they've completed their loot, they quickly make their exit, speeding away from the scene. In situations like this, it's essential for motorists to be aware of their surroundings, especially when driving in high-risk areas. We're examining the security footage of a recent mall robbery, and what we're witnessing is a classic example of a gang's escape plan in action. The camera captures the chaos at the mall's entrance, where panicked shoppers are rushing to exit the premises. Note the sudden arrival of 3 vehicles in front of the mall. It's likely that the getaway drivers were alerted to the situation inside, possibly by the sound of gunfire, and have pulled up to extract their accomplices. This suggests a level of coordination and planning, indicating that the gang had a contingency plan in place in case things went awry. As we watch, several individuals exit the vehicles, armed and ready to provide covering fire. This is a common tactic used by gangs to facilitate a quick escape, creating a diversion to distract law enforcement and potential witnesses. The fact that they're taking this step implies that the robbery did not go as smoothly as planned, and the gang is now in damage control mode. Observe how rapidly the robbers enter the getaway vehicles, leaving behind some of the stolen loot in the process. This haste suggests that they're under pressure, possibly due to the shootout that occurred inside the mall. It's likely that the gang was forced to abandon their original plan and improvise, which can often lead to mistakes and increased risk of capture. The use of gangs to carry out crimes like this allows for more sophisticated and brazen offenses to be conducted in public places. The presence of armed accomplices and getaway drivers enables the perpetrators to take greater risks, knowing they have a support system in place to facilitate their escape. In situations like this, shoppers should be aware of their surroundings and trust their instinct. If they witness a robbery or suspicious activity, they should immediately seek a safe location, such as a secure room or an area away from the incident, and contact mall security or law enforcement. It's also essential for shoppers to be cautious of potential getaway routes and avoid approaching or confronting the perpetrators, as this can put them at risk of harm. By being vigilant and taking the right precautions, shoppers can minimize their risk of becoming victims and help prevent these types of crimes from occurring in the future. We're examining a disturbing footage of a cash-in-transit heist that unfolded in a busy shopping area. In the distance, we observe a group of men surrounding the cash-in-transit vehicle, their intentions unclear. These individuals, who appear to be the perpetrators, seem to be preparing to carry out a heist. One of the security personnel, wearing a high-visibility vest, takes a calculated risk by moving closer to gather more information. However, his caution is short-lived, as he and his colleague suddenly seeking cover. This rapid response suggests that the security team has been alerted to a potential threat, likely the sound of gunfire or suspicious activity from the perpetrators. As the situation escalates, we observe the security personnel drawing their firearms, indicating that a firefight has indeed broken out. The security operatives, clad in balaclavas, can be seen cautiously surveying the scene from behind a pillar, their attention fixed on the street ahead where a cash-in-transit vehicle is parked. It's clear that they are monitoring the situation, likely anticipating a potential threat. One of the officers, already prepared with his gun drawn, appears to have returned fire, striking one of the perpetrators. The perpetrator can be seen falling to the ground, a testament to the intense and potentially deadly nature of this confrontation. The security team's swift response likely prevented further harm and minimized risk. Their training and preparedness were key in engaging the perpetrators from a distance. We're examining a disturbing CCTV footage of a cash-in-transit operation that takes a drastic turn for the worse. At first glance, the security guard appears to be proceeding with his routine, seemingly unaware of the potential threats lurking in the surrounding area. Note how the bystanders, later revealed to be accomplices, blend in with the environment, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. As the guard approaches the armored van, one of the bystanders swiftly moves in, disarming him at gunpoint. This is a classic tactic, designed to catch the guard off guard and gain control of the situation. The other accomplices quickly surround the guard, creating a diversion and distracting him from the true intentions of the robbers. Observe how the gang members swarm the guard, attempting to intimidate and disorient him. This is a deliberate strategy to break the guard's focus and create an opportunity for the robbers to seize the cash bag. The guard, understandably, becomes confused and attempts to fight back, but his attention has been successfully diverted, allowing the robbers to exploit the situation. It's crucial to note that the guard's inability to secure his weapon and the cash bag proves to be a critical mistake. In situations like this, it's essential for security personnel to remain vigilant and maintain control of their equipment at all times. The robbers, sensing an opportunity, quickly take advantage of the guard's momentary lapse and make off with the stolen cash bag. As the guard tries to wrestle one of the assailant's guns, it becomes clear that he's struggling to regain control of the situation. Unfortunately, the robbers are too quick and they make a swift escape. The guard, still reeling from the sudden attack, enters the armored van, likely in an attempt to give chase. In situations like this, it's essential for security personnel to be aware of their surroundings and potential threats.